Well, we're just about ready for MXGP qualifying. Stephen Frossard joins me down here on the start line. And the last time out in Finland, many people tipped you for that podium. You made it happen. It must have felt so brilliant after the last couple of years with all the misfortune. It must have felt pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. After Finland, I was very happy because I did a very good race. Today the track is a little bit slippery and I must take a good start, and after we will see what's happened, but my feeling is good, and we will see during the weekend.
Thanks, Stephen. Best of luck in this race. Right, let's take a look at MXGP qualifying.
Kevin Strybos was fastest on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki World MXGP machine, half a second faster than his teammate Clement de Sal, back after going down at turn 1 in the second race in Sweden. Davide Guarnieri on the TM Ritchie racing machine was third. Van Horbeke on the factory Yamaha was fourth. Mattis Caro, Volvo Forkrandt KTM was fifth, less than a second off of the fastest time of Kevin Strybos. 5 second board turn, the gate dropped, on board with Sean Simpson down into turn 1. And it was Max Nagel, HRC Honda, number 12, who pulled the whole shot. Mattis Caro tried to run him around the inside, both guys keeping it clean. On board with the salvo as he gets a welcome back message from Stephen Frossard. Frossard taking both riders out. You see how many riders get caught up in that melee halfway around the first lap as well. De Sal got himself up and running in 24th position and would eventually get back to 19th. Third though was Rui Gonçalves, fourth, a great start for the 2B Yamaha of Milko Potazek, the Frenchman riding number 32. Dean Ferris also made a good start. Sean Simpson up the inside of him. Caro made a mistake. So it was pretty hectic in the opening couple of laps in MXGP qualifying. Simpson and Ferris here. Ferris on the Husqvarna, almost getting landed on there by Simpson on the Hitachi KTM UK machine. Nagel looking right at home on the hard, slick, marbly conditions here at Lockett. Tony Cairoli started in 7th and began working his way up towards the front, finding a way past Paulin. Also back from injury this weekend, his first GP since Valkenswaard. De Dijker found a way up the inside of him briefly. That put him into 10th place. But De Sal having to work through the field. Caught an unsuspecting Pascal Rauschenecker by surprise as he carved his way through and followed the number 3 of Tanal Leok on his Rockstar Energy Suzuki. Max Nagel, HRC Honda, a lot of German fans crossing over the border to come and support the German this weekend. Van Horbeke there in 2nd. Rui Gonçalves, Bike Cosworth Yamaha, having a great start to this qualifying race. He was in 3rd ahead of the Red Bull Ice One Husqvarna of Dean Ferris in 4th place, as Kevin Strybos also looked to recover from a bad start outside of the top 10 on the opening lap. Suddenly was knocking on the door for a possible top 5. Van Horbeke tried to go with Nagel in the early stages of the race, but the German was just doing everything right, keeping everything smooth. Meanwhile, Tony Cairoli found himself in 4th place, closing right in on the rear wheel of the Yamaha of Rui Gonçalves 999. And by the time he popped back into view, was up into 3rd, going after Jeremy Van Horbeke for a possible 2nd, but he still had some ground to make up though on the Belgian. Another Belgian, Kevin Strybos, 22, was up to 5th place at that time. As Rui Gonçalves then came under pressure from 111, Dean Ferris. Ferris would eventually go through, put him into 5th place. Sean Simpson went to work on the 32 of Potazek. Simpson then climbing up into 6th. Then he went after the Portuguese of Rui Gonçalves as David Philippart's 19 and Gauthier Paulin. They wrestled over 9th and 10th. The Italian eventually going through into 9th place. Simpson made this pass on Gonçalves. That put him up into 6th place, which is where he would stay by the time the checkered flag fell. And just ahead of him was Dean Ferris on the Husqvarna. Kevin Strybos was in 4th. Cairoli was in 3rd. Van Horbeke here, number 89, was in 2nd. Cairoli, though, doing all he could to close down on the number 89, who just happens to be his closest rival in the championship chase now. He got close, did Cairoli on the Red Bull KTM. Van Hoorbeek, though, doing just enough to keep the Sicilian at bay. Max Nagel, though, came down the hill, took the checkered flag. He was a comfortable winner in the qualifying race from Van Hoorbeek and Cairoli.
Congratulations, Max, on this qualifying race when you were almost the runaway race leader for the majority of that race. Tell me how it was for you.
Yeah, feeling great. I like this kind of track, and here it's really important to have a good start. And I could make the whole shot and win the start, and then in the first 10 minutes I find a good rhythm. I could pull away every lap like 1 second from the others, and then I just keep that pace. In the end they were closing up again a bit, but I still had enough time to win the race. And also thanks to the team, because the team have done a good job, because in the warm-up we had some problems with the bike, and they just mentioned to change it, and now the bike was super in the race, and now we have a good setup for tomorrow.
I just want to ask you as well, because you were looking exceptionally great out there today, and let's just remind ourselves, this is only your 4th Grand Prix back after quite a hefty injury. Have you been working really hard with your training or bike setup? What's making the difference here?
The last 2 weeks, like after Finland, I was training really hard on the bike to get my physical condition in a better shape, because I'm still not on the top level, of course, and I could improve a bit. I mean, it still will be difficult for me tomorrow for the 2 times 35 minutes, but I hope I can make again good starts and keep the pace long as possible, and then in the end I have to manage with the energy a bit and hopefully don't drop back too far.
Thanks, Max. Well done. We'll see you tomorrow.